The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're set, and I think we're good for 3 straight days of daytime baseball for you. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 15th day of February 2023. Hopefully you had a good Valentine's Day, got what you wanted and all that. And so we present to you on this Wednesday, May 9th. By the way, my middle sister's 21st birthday, by the way, because it's 2001. May 9th, 2001. The first place Colorado Rockies, at 20-12, host the contending New York Mets, 17-15 from the National League East, in what could be an NLDS preview. How about that? The Rockies are going to go with Mike Hampton, who, if he hasn't found out already that Cooperstown was not calling any pitcher who calls Colorado home, at least from this era, is about to figure this out. Rick Green is going to go for the Mets. If this is a pitcher's duel, Russian Reb has full rights to do whatever he'd like, because this should not be a pitcher's duel. It's the Rockies and the Mets next from Coors. Open up a Budweiser and watch some baseball with us, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, it is the Colorado Rockies and the New York Mets. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalToDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It is a beautiful night in Denver. 65 degrees. The wind's blowing out to right center at 12. Didn't we have this discussion, Mr. Browser, yesterday? Don't ask this again. How you doing, Big Dave? So 65 degrees, winds blowing out to right center at 12. A cool night for the early part of May in the Rockies, but what the hey. Hampton is 28 years old. He's a change-up pitcher and a standard pitcher at 87. He's making his 7th start. I forget off the top of my head what year he made the transition from Atlanta to Colorado for the schools, of course, and hopefully the kid's got a good education because his pitching was not that good. 2-0 with a 4.65 ERA. Coming into this one, he last pitched on May 4th, so last Friday night. 7 innings, no decision, and a 6-5 loss to the Pirates. 105 pitches, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walking 2 and striking out 4. Overall for Hampton, 40 2/3 innings, 40 hits, 21 runs, all earned, 6 homers allowed, 12 walks, and 22 strikeouts. The Mets of game 33 line up like this. Benny Akbayani is in left. He'll lead it off. Edgardo Alfonso at second will bat second. Mike Piazza behind the plate goes third. Todd Zeal cleans up at first. Robin Ventura at third will bat fifth. Shinjo in right goes sixth. Escobar in center will bat seventh. Ray Ordonez at short will bat eighth. And Rick Reed should throw about 115 pitches will bat ninth. Defensively for the Rockies, is that Ron Ganton left, who's a 4 and a 2? We'll find out. Todd Hollandsworth in center, a 3 and a 3. And Larry Walker is a 10 and an 8 in right. Norton is a 3 at third with an .895 fielding percentage. That is horrible. Perez is a 7 at short. Todd Walker a 7 at second. Todd Helton is a 10 at first. Maine, it's not Kenny, is a 7 behind the plate with a 4 arm. And Hampton, not a bad fielder, at 8 with a 1,000 fielding percentage. And how you doing, Matt? Good to have you along. Akbayani at 294, 4 homers, and 10 RBI. Hampton starts the afternoon with a ground ball to Walker, throws to Helton, and there's one out. It's empty. It's Halloween Day here in Denver. Everyone dressed up as empty seats. Edgardo Alfonso at 239, 4 homers and 12 RBI. So we did the first live stream from the new machine last night. And it worked out so well, you invited me back for today. Pitch to Alfonso is a fly ball to left. Gant going back there and will make the catch. 2 out for Piazza. Mike at 311, 5 homers and 15 RBI. I love the forest out there in right center, don't you? Won't be able to stay very long. I hope things are okay with you. I know I was off most of last week, but I haven't seen much of you when I have been on. I really do hope that things are good for you and that you get the chance soon to spend some time. I love that forest out in right center. You wouldn't know you were in the Rockies or anything like that. Almost looks like a zoo for trees. Pitch to Piazza. There's a fly ball left field. Back goes Gant way back there. And that ball is on the concourse in left center. It's a home run for Piazza, and it's 1-0 Mets. You could hear RJL whooping it up from Miami with that one. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Glad to know that everything is okay. Piazza just absolutely hammered that one. And some poor schlub trying to get a Coors and a hot dog just scored a baseball. And if it wasn't $7 for the Coors at Coors Field, he could have even spilled it. Here's Todd Zeile at 209, 2 homers and 9 RBI. Slow going for Zeile. Game 33 for the Mets and the Rockies. I'm glad to hear everything's fine. Pitch to Zeile. Todd ground ball up the middle. Perez, quick throw to Helton on the run for the out. So a solo shot from Piazza puts the Mets on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. 1-0 Mets. So Rick Reed gets the call for New York, 35 years old. Looking like on that picture he's ready for his comeback album. Fastball pitcher at 84 and a standard pitcher, making his 7th start of the year. His ERA is fantastic. In fact, it's 10th in the National League at 2.22. He is 1-2 overall. He last pitched on May 4, so a 1-0 8-inning shutout of Arizona on the road, so he didn't finish the game. Went 100 pitches, allowed 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. On April 16th, he threw a complete game 2-0 shutout over Montreal. So imagine that. They win the ball game 1-0 over the Diamondbacks, but he doesn't get a decision. Ouch. He's thrown 44 2/3 innings, 40 hits, 11 runs all earned, 3 homers. He's walked 4 and struck out 26. He is not Randy Johnson, but that's pretty good control. It is Todd Walker. I got it right. We'll lead off for the Rockies at second base. Perez, is that O'Dallas? At short, batting second. Larry Walker's in right. He'll go third. Todd Helton, who's going to go to Cooperstown someday. He won't need to buy a ticket forever at first. Cleans up. Norton at third will bat fifth. Todd Hollandsworth, if we need a Dodger reference, in center field, bat sixth. I'm thinking that is Ronnie Gant in left field. He'll bat seventh. Remember, the main behind the plate goes eighth, and Hampton threw 13 pitches in his half of the first. Defensively for the Mets, Akbayani a 4-2 and left. Escobar a 3-5 in center. Shinjo a 6 and an 8 in right. Ventura a 6 at third. Ray Ordonez an 8 at short. Alfonso a 3 at second. Zeile a 6 at first. Piazza a 3 and a 1 behind the plate. That's just not going to get it done. Ron Reed is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Todd Walker at 315, 5 homers and 17 RBI. Grounds this one past Alfonso for a base hit. So Edgar, again, we talked about his glove not being all that good. Good fielding percentage, but not great range. That gets by him, and the Rockies lead off with a single. It is I should know how to pronounce this. Nefi Perez at 321, 3 homers, and 11 RBI. That hat of his looks photoshopped in that yearbook picture. Struck him out. Reed got him on a 2-2 curve. Brings up Larry Walker at 342. 7 homers, 22 RBI. Did I lost all my viewers. What the heck? He's sitting on a 14-game hitting streak. So Reed gingerly deals, and Walker extends that with a base hit into left center. Escobar got a terrible jump. Walker will round third. They're going to send him. Escobar is a 5 out there. The throw goes in, cut off by Ordonez. The throw the plate, and Todd is safe. So Larry Walker with a double now has a 15-game hitting streak. How you doing, Bernie? And the game is tied at 1, just like that. Brings up Todd Helton at 342, 14 homers, and 30 RBI. So we don't think this one's going to be a pitcher's duel. Reed kicks and fires. Helton into left field. Akbayani makes the catch. 2 out. Greg Norton at 288, 2 homers, and 8 RBI. 1-1 tie, 2 out, bottom of the first. Pitch from Reed. Norton fouls it off the mask of Piazza. They ask Mike where he is, and he says Las Vegas, and they say close enough. Mike asks where the slots are. And they say, we'll get you a Coors after the game. And Mike says, okay. The 0-1. Got him. So right down Broadway, and that will retire the side. But the Rockies get 2 hits and tie the ball game up. 1 run and no errors. They leave on a runner. We go to the second here in Denver. 1-1. So Ventura, Shinjo, and Escobar to face Hampton here in the second. Robin at 255, 8 homers, and 17 RBI. Ground ball to Helton. He scarfs that up, takes it to the bag for the out. Tsuyoshi Shinjo at 260, 2 homers and 5 RBI. Hampton kicks and fires, and Shinjo draws the walk. So Mike missed with a 3-2 changeup high and inside. That's his first walk. And that'll bring up Alex Escobar, who was 1 for 2, but that one hit was a solo homer. He scored once, walked twice, and struck out once. Hampton's pitch walked him. We're trying to think, Bernie, when did Hampton or Dave make the jump from Atlanta to Colorado? Here's Ray Ordonez, 252, no homers, and 13 RBI. Hampton fires. Ordonez pops it up. Infield fly is called. Perez over by the bag at second makes the catch. 2 out. For Rick Reed, who is 1 for 14. It's 071 with an RBI. I trust that the snow that Bernie was talking about last night in Vegas is gone. 48 degrees in town here, by the way, today. To third, Norton has it, goes across the way to Helton, and that will retire to the side. The Mets put on 2, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand them both after an inning and a half. It's the Mets 1, the Rockies 1. So Todd Hollinsworth will lead off for Colorado, 365. 7 homers already and 26 RBI. Don't think Todd's going to be in Colorado much longer. Am I right? May 12th. So after this weekend, it's gone, but 37 in Vegas this morning. And so the snow did not heed the advice of those who go to visit, because if it did, when it snows in Vegas, it would stay in Vegas. Just putting that out there. Pitch to Hollingsworth. Ground ball to short. Ordonez snaps it over to Zeal. 1 out. It is Ron Gant. You think Ron Gant and Kent Herbeck exchange Christmas cards? Ronnie at 214, a homer and 8 RBI. Reed rocks and fires, and Gant puts that one into left center field for a base hit. Akbayani picks it up, and that is the 3rd hit for the Rockies. I thought it was Brent Maine, but I always make mistakes with these things. Brent at 260, no homers, and 5 RBI. I made Bernie cringe, I think. 1 out, bottom of the 2nd, 1-1 score. Reed's pitch. Maine draws the walk, and so it's 1st and 2nd. First walk for Reed for Mike Hampton, who's going to bunt with 1 out. Ventura and Zeal coming in to play it. Hampton actually is not a bad hitter. And in fact, we're going to change to a swing. He's hitting .357, 5 for 14, 5 singles and an RBI. So 1 out, Hampton swings and strikes out. Fouled it right in the mitt of Mr. Piazza, and there's 2 away for Todd Walker. So opening 9 for Rick, 37 pitches, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Todd singled and scored on the Larry Walker double to start the ball game. So 1st and 2nd, 2 out. Reed into his delivery, and there's a fly ball right field. Shinjo moving over will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Mets get their first hit of the ball game. The Rockies get their 3rd hit of the ball game and leave on a pair. No runs, no errors. After 2, it's 1-1. So Akbayani leads off the 3rd. Alfonso and Piazza to follow. Hampton opening 9, 38 pitches, 2 innings. The 1 hit, the solo shot from Piazza, and he has walked 2. Akbayani's 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Perez across the way. 1 out. We get closer and closer to the start of spring training in real baseball. Here's Alfonso, and Gardo is 0 for 1. They're a team you're excited to see this year out there in Chatland. Mike winds and deals. Alfonso lines it to Perez. 2 out. For Piazza, who wanted some nachos and just sent one out in the concourse to get some in the 1st. In left center. A mammoth shot is 6th. That's into shallow center. Hollingsworth coming in and will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 3rd coming up here in Denver. 1-1. So Nefi Perez struck out his first time up. Larry Walker and Todd Helton to follow here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ground ball, Alfonso by the bag at 2nd, over to Zeal, 1 out. I noticed this is obviously a pregame picture of Coors Field. Who shot a mammoth? Former Dodger standout, Mike Piazza. But I noticed in this pregame picture that the bases aren't even there. Larry Walker with a double and an RBI. Tied the ball game in the bottom of the 1st. Pitch from Reed. Larry sends this one into center field. He's going to dig for 2, and he's in there with his 10th. So Walker, in that 15-game hitting streak, he is on a serious roll. He's hitting .353 at the moment. And here's Helton. He's 0 for 1. 1-1 to score. Mets and Rockies from Coors Field. Got him. That's 4 for Rito. 1-2 fastball on the inside corner. And Piazza framed it well. So here's Norton. Greg struck out his first time up. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Zeal. Todd will take it himself, and that'll do it for the Rockies. They'll leave Larry Walker on. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the fourth here in Denver. It's the Mets 1, the Rockies 1. It'll be Zeal, Ventura, and Shinjo. Todd is 0 for 1. Bernie is spending most of his time getting ready to debut his YouTube channel in April. Trying to keep up with your hockey and basketball season replays, Celtics and Bruins, and trying to follow the 2023 Red Sox spring training. Right around the corner. World Baseball Classic for the first time in a while this year. I covered that in 2013 for Bleacher Report. Always fun to see meaningful baseball in March. Pitch to Zeal. Struck him out. Hampton got him. That's his first. A 1-2 changeup swung on and missed. So here's Ventura. Robin is 0 for 1. Foul tipped it. Bain couldn't get it. Count as a ball and 2 strikes. Into right field and well struck. Back goes Walker, and that ball is in the upper deck. So it's 2-1 New York. What a blast by Robin Ventura. His 9th of the year. And a rare souvenir for those in the second deck. You kind of get a Tiger Stadium vibe out there with that outfield. And he just slammed that one. My goodness. So both of the balls that have left the yard allowed by Hampton have been crushed. And to go back to Scotty, that is a mammoth home run. Here's Shinjo. He walked his first time up. So the Mets have 2 hits, but they've made the most of it. 2 solo home runs. Pitch to Shinjo. Hit him! Oh, that'll get him chirping. That'll get him chirping. A 2-1. Shinjo says a couple words in Japanese. Something about hopefully his kids can understand what a pronoun and a noun are. Hampton barks at him. And both the benches are pretty much at the top step. Here's Escobar. Alex walked his first time up. Hampton and Shinjo again exchanging looks. Pitch to the plate. Escobar draws the walk. How you doing, Stoles Tabui? My buddy, you in chat or are you back in Poland? So first and second, 1 out for Ordonez, who is 0 for 1. Yep, post-home run fireworks for sure. Shinjo continues to badger Hampton from the bag at second. Ordonez swings the bat back and forth. 1 out here in the 4th. Ground ball to Perez. Should be 2. Walker for 1. The throw to Helton is in time, and it's a 6-4-3. And that'll do it. So the big home run by Ventura. Oh, you're back to Poland. Welcome home, buddy. After 3.5, it's the Mets 2, the Rockies 1. Speaking of the Mets, here is the standings. The Marlins up by 3.5 on New York, 3.5 on Philly, Atlanta. Greg Maddux got bullied last night. They're 9 back. In the Central, the Pirates are in first now. Half game over Cincinnati. In the West, the Rockies have won 3 straight. The Giants 4 straight. Even the Dodgers are only 5.5 out. The Yankees take over first in the American League East from the Red Sox. Well, I had the Red Sox for you Friday against Oakland. The Dodgers are lurking indeed. Pedro Martinez going against the A's on Friday. Chicago and Cleveland are just running away with it. Oakland needs to be careful because in real life they were the wild card. And right now, that would be Cleveland. They have a 7-game bulge on Kansas City. In the West, Seattle by 6 over Oakland. So right now, the wild card would be Cleveland and Boston, and San Francisco would be the wild card from the National League. Hollinsworth is 0 for 1. Reed starts the fourth. A liner up the middle. Escobar has it for the out. 1 away. For Ron Gant. Ron singled his first time up. Pitch from Reed. Into left center. Escobar rides the Schwinn. Makes the catch. 2 out. Here's Brent Main. Brent walked his first time up. That is a base hit into center field. Escobar will pick it up. So a 2-out single for Hampton, who struck out his first time up. And he lines this one to left, but Akbayani slides in to make the catch. No, he doesn't. It dropped. It dropped. Akbayani has trouble picking it up. And Maine's going to run with 2 out. The throw to Ventura is not in time. It was close, but not in time. Akbayani thought he had it. They said it was almost a trap. He picked it up, whipped it to third, and smart base running has runners on the corners. And 2 out for Todd Walker. So Reed is opening 18, 72 pitches. They've used him good. 3 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Walker is 1 for 2. He is singled and scored. Has a chance for an RBI here with runners on the corners and 2 out. Line drive to Alfonso, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave on 2. The Rockies have left on 6 after 4. Mets 2, Rockies 1. So Reed, Akbayani, and Alfonso to face Hampton here in the 5th. Rick is 0 for 1. Got him. Slow change, swung on and missed for Akbayani. Benny is 0 for 2. Hampton opening 18, 74 pitches, 4 1/3, 2 hits, 2 homers, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Scotty, how many Mariners games do you make it to over the course of a year? I know you're in Seattle a bit to watch the Sounders, but never for that other football team. And we're not talking about the NWSL either. Pitch to Akbayani. Benny swings, hard fly ball, left field. Back goes Gant. It's a big ballpark, and that is off the wall. So Akbayani is on with a double. 3rd hit for the Mets, and the first one that didn't leave the yard. Alfonso is 0 for 2. And he walks. So Hampton trying to find the frying pan again. 1st and 2nd, 1 out for Piazza, who put 1 out in the concourse and left center in the 1st. Popped up, shallow left field. Gant running in, makes the catch. Akbayani retreats. Gant's arm is not what it used to be, but that was very shallow. 2 out for Todd Zeal, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to Norton Gregg goes across the way, and we are halfway home on a beautiful Wednesday here in Burlington. No runs, a hit, no errors. 4.5 down, 2-1 New York. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. A solo shot from Mike Piazza in the first made it 1-0 Mets. Then the Rockies immediately tied it. Larry Walker now has a 15-game hitting streak, and he doubled home Todd Walker to tie the ballgame. In the fourth, Robin Ventura, a solo homer upper deck into right field, made it 2-1 Mets. So Rick Reed, a 6-hitter through 4 with just the 1 run. He's danced in and out of trouble, but is on the right side of a 2-1 score. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Hampton, 5 innings, 3 hits, both of the runs for the Mets. Of course, those solo homers. He's walked 4 while striking out 2. Perez, Larry Walker, and Todd Helton to face Reed here in the 5th. Neffy is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch from Reed is into center field. Back goes Escobar, and there's 1 out. So here's Larry Walker. Larry hit his 10th double of the year. He's doubled twice and doubled home the only run for Colorado in the first. Ground ball to Zeal. Todd will take it to the bag himself. 2 out. Always an adventure when you come to Denver and pitch. Helton, by the way, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 9 hits so far combined in this game. Scotty hasn't been to an M's game since before COVID shut things down. We'll try to get back this summer. A lot of your pet sitting jobs are easy bus rides from the stadium. You said you had snow for Valentine's Day, right? Pitch from Helton, or to Helton, is a ground ball to Ordonez. Ray flings it across the way, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th here in Denver, 2-1 New York. So Ventura, Shinjo, and Escobar. Ventura homered his last time up, and then Hampton promptly hit Shinjo. So Tempers Fugit here at Coors. Hampton kicks and fires. Ventura down the line and right. Back goes Walker. Larry's there, makes the catch. 1 out. So here's Shinjo. He walked and was hit by a pitch, and has given Hampton the stink eye as he digs in. There's a laced base hit into left field in front of Gant. Laced base hit, not based. We're not talking turkey here. Shinjo reaches. That's the 4th hit for the Mets, and the first single of the ball game for New York. Here's Escobar. Alex has walked twice. Shinjo not a threat to steal. Hampton's pitch walked him. So this has not been a sterling silver game for Hampton, who's now on 100 pitches with 1 out in the 6th. Here's Ordonez. Ray is 0 for 2. He's already grunted into 1 double play. Left field, Gant has it for the out, 2 away. Shinjo bluffs. So Rick Reed, on the right side of a 2-1 score, is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bain comes out to talk to Hampton, and Mike faces his 27th batter. Reed strikes out, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, and no errors. Mets have left on 7. Now we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 New York. So Norton, Hollingsworth, and Gant to face Rick Reed here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Greg is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hey, Tiger Woods is playing this weekend, or at least tomorrow and Friday. Tee time tomorrow, 3:04 Eastern. And I guess the LA Open or the Genesis Open or whatever they're playing at Riviera this week is now Tiger Woods' designated PGA tournament. Snowy Valentine's Day for Scotty out west. Sunny and pushing 50 today. 48 and cloudy here. Pitch to Norton. Fly ball, right field. Back goes Shinjo way back there, and that is well gone. Kaboom! High and deep into the second deck, and we are tied at 2. 397 feet. That was a nice homer, as Norton just crushed it. But the Orange Crush play at Mile High. So let's see if Hollingsworth takes one on the ribs. 2-2 score. Todd is 0 for 2. Reed sets and fires, and there's a fly ball shallow right field. Shinjo coming in, makes the catch, 1 out. For Ron Gant. Ron is 1 for 2. All 3 home runs hit today have been absolute rocket shots. Popped up. Ordonez on the dirt by the grass, has it. 2 out. Here's Maine. Brent single to walk is 1 for 1. Must be that Forrest out there in center field makes for a good batting eye. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mets. They've left on 7. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Rockies. They've left on 6. Mariners had Hampton in 93. Pinella looked at 17 innings of a 19-year-old kid and dumped him to Houston. Lou wasn't very good with young pitching talent. Wow. So he was with Houston before he went to Atlanta? So a lot of names with Seattle that prospered well elsewhere. Pitch to Maine. Ground ball to Reed. Wreck towards first. Throws to Zeal. And that will retire the side. So Hampton will try to get through the 7th. 1 run on the massive home run by Norton. 1 hit, no errors. It's the Mets 2, the Rockies 2. So Hampton 27 batters deep, 109 pitches. 6 innings even, 4 hits. The homers by Piazza and Ventura. He has walked 5 while striking out 3. Akbayani has a double. He is 1 for 3. Hampton starts the 7th. Ground ball foul, third base side. And somebody from Boulder made the play. And the count is full. Up the middle, a base hit. So for the Mets, that's only their 5th hit. Brings up Alfonso, who is 0 for 2. He is walked. Akbayani not a threat to steal. Hampton would love a ground ball right about now. Won't get it. That's into left center. Hollingsworth going back. Todd will make the catch. Akbayani goes back to first. And there's 1 out. Everhat, how you doing? And John, yep, sorry you're late. Got sidetracked. Playing in Coors. Nope. About 38 minutes in, and we're in the 6th. So 2-2 tie. Solo homers from Piazza and Ventura for the Mets. A Larry Walker double in the 1st, and Greg Norton crashed one into the deep part of the 2nd deck in right field. And that's how we got here. So here's Piazza. Hampton not long for this game. In the left field, Gant will make the catch. Whoever subbed during the game, thank you very much. It didn't tell me who it was. No pitch clock here. Here's Zeal. He's 0 for 3 with the strikeout. I like the pitch clock. I don't have a problem with that. You know, if there was one change I'd put on the table that I would like to see them do, with a 26-man roster now being a permanent thing, I would cap the pitchers at 11 on a roster. And if you play the lottery and just kind of shuffle around, anyone you call up needs to be up for 21 days. Unless there's an injury. I'd rather see a slowdown in how pitchers to go. I'm not surprised about the ghost runner. Again, you can't burn out your bullpen every night, especially if your starters can't go more than 5. I get it. I have a friend a little older than you, Scotty, who just, if it goes that to the 10th, will just shut it off. I feel that way about the shootout in hockey, too. Zeal is 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Akbayani on first. Zeal draws the walk. Oh, please don't make me yank you. It's at 130. Ventura is 1 for 3. He homered to right in the 4th. So last batter either way. Hampton trying to get one more out here. 2 out in the 7th. He draws the walk, and we're going to have to make the change. Now, who am I going to... So it's a right-handed batter. And we're going to... Oh, I didn't notice that. They tell me my pitcher's going to lead off. So we're going to bring Acevedo in on short rest. Hopefully just to get 1 out. Juan is 0-1 with an earned run average of 5. 10 appearances, 9 innings. A record of 0-1 with that ERA. 31 years old. Fastball pitcher at 93 and a ground ball pitcher. Scotty says, of course, as a soccer fan with insane PK time break system, I can't talk about other sports. Time break. I would love to see corners tried in soccer. They did try a golden goal, but everyone played for the tie. Anyway, Acevedo last pitched on the 6th 3 days ago against the Pirates in a 3-1 win. Ending in the 3rd, 18 pitches and 2 strikeouts. 9 innings overall, 8 hits allowed, 5 runs, all earned. A walk, or a 1 homer, 6 walks, and 14 strikeouts. I wonder if MLB would put it to the fans what they would think of a tie. You play 12 innings and the game is tied. What's your guys' thought on that? Yeah, I don't mind ties in the regular season. Obviously, a playoff game you play out. Shinjo has singled, walked, and got hit by a pitch. Acevedo trying to get out of this. Bases loaded, won't do it. Akbayani scores on a single to left center. Gant picks it up. Zeal does not have good speed. They're going to try to gun him down. The throw home is not in time. He's safe. Perez should have made that play. And it's 4-2 New York. Yep, saved the pitching staff with a tie. 12 innings. I don't mind 12 innings. Here's Escobar. Alex has walked 3 times. Bernie says ties are okay with you both in baseball and hockey. I'm fine with ties in regular season hockey. So 2 out. Mets trying to break this one open. Acevedo's pitch to Escobar. Ground ball to Walker. Todd throws to first. And that will retire the side. But the Mets get 2. Stretch time 4-2 New York. Who can hit a righty? Jeff Cirillo can. Jeff does not have a pinch hit. 303 overall, 4 homers, and 13 RBI. John brings up the great counter argument for that because when I think of baseball, I think about someone watching from home and not someone that would go to the ballpark. No way, no how, he says, regarding ties. If I went to a baseball game and spent about $400 on parking, tickets, and food for my family of 4 plus. Is there something you're not telling us, John? And it ended in a tie? Yeah, no, I can see that. Did you miss anything? We've had 3 mammoth homers in this game, Dave. Here's Cirillo. Pitch from Reed. There's a base hit into center field, and the Rockies are trying to punch right back. Todd Walker is 1 for 3. He has singled and scored. Reed, 27 batters deep, 103 pitches, 6 plus innings, 8 hits. The home run was Norton's. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Pitch to Walker is into right center. Escobar trying to trail it down. He will. Cirillo goes back to first. In hockey, I guess I would be okay with what they used to do back before the war. 1 10-minute overtime period. Here's Neffy Perez. Neffy is 0 for 3. Cirillo wants to go. Let's see what Reed does here. 1 out, bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Mets. Throw is to first, and Cirillo is back. Scotty's latest idea would be remove 1 fielder per extra inning. Just spitballing. I like that one too. Add an out per extra inning. So you'd start the 10th with, maybe the 11th with 1. Pitching has screwed up the extra inning games. Limiting relievers to 1 inning is a problem. Boy, I'm sure that the owners wouldn't want to go to 30. Someone suggested on Facebook, and I'm not sure where I read it because I belong to so many groups. Hit and run, by the way, is on. Perez swings. That's into left field. Cirillo's going to have to go back. Akbayani makes the catch for the out. Cirillo bluffs. Akbayani isn't John Elway, but that's still a risky play. That you only use the DH for the starting pitcher. And once you remove your starter, then you got to waste pinch hitters on your relievers. I find that idea rather intriguing. Here's Larry Walker. Larry is 2 for 3. 2 doubles, and an RBI came in the first. Bernie says the owners can pay people $30 million a year. They can pay 4 extra relievers $675,000 each. That's true. John says I like the rule that the non-pitchers are allowed to pitch unless it's a blowout. Leading team by 10 or losing team by 8. I saw the ERAs for the non-pitchers pitching. It's like 8.8 in the NL and 10 in the AL. That's with the DH. Piazza and Reed have a word. Walker, the tying run at the plate, by the way, and Larry hits a ground ball to first. Zeal will grab it on the grass, flips to Reed covering for the out. So Cirillo is done, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit. They leave a runner on. We go to the 8th, 4-2 Mets. So Kane Davis in his 4.35 ERA. Cirillo will sit the rest of this one out. Kane sounds like a soap opera name, doesn't it? I told you, Kane was your child. Anyway, Kane is 26 years old, fastball at 91 and a fly ball pitcher, making his 17th appearance of the year. He's 1-0. With an earned run average of 275. Pitched 2 days ago against the Mets, went a clean inning on 10 pitches in Colorado's 5-4 win. Overall, 19 2/3. 13 hits, 6 runs all earned, 3 homers. He's walked 7 while striking out 17. Is Gardner still with us? I have a semi-serious question for Dave. Here's Ordonez. He's 0 for 3. Davis starts his night with a ground ball to third. Norton scarfs it up, throws to Helton. 1 out. See what the Mets do with Reed. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. On the right part of a 4-2 lead with 1 out here in the 8th. And Lenny Harris is going to pinch hit. I didn't hit the button yet. Lenny, as a pinch hitter, is driven in 2. He's hitting .412. 296 for Lenny, no homers and 2 RBI. Davis steals. There's a ground ball to third. Norton, not a great arm, throws to first, and Harris is out on a bang-banger. So Norton does the job. 2 out for Akbayani. Benny, no Jets. 2 for 4, a single, a double, and a run scored. Back to third. Second verse. Same as the first. That will retire. No, it threw it away. So Akbayani's on second. Norton had plenty of time. I thought he was going to get him, but it went all through the infield, and Helton just looked at his glove, and there was nothing there. So Akbayani moves on to second. First error of the ball game. And now I'll bring up Alfonso, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Davis thought he was out of it. Line drive, foul, third base side. Somebody from Colorado Springs made that catch. It's a 1.5 to Denver. A ball and 2 strikes. That's into right. Walker won't make a mistake here. Makes the play, and that will retire the side. Dennis Cook coming in for the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mets 4, Colorado 2. Ichiro could have pitched. Scotty says he threw the opening pitch last year at 94. It's because Ichiro girl was there, wasn't she? Cook making his 14th appearance. He is 2-2 on the replay with a 3.60 ERA. Dennis is 38. Fastball pitcher at 85 and a fly ball pitcher. Last work 2 nights ago and at 5-4 loss to the Rockies. In fact, he took the loss. 1 inning, 18 pitches, a hit, an unearned run, ouch, and a walk. So 10 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 homers, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts. It'll be Helton, Norton, and Hollingsworth, the face Cook. Colorado trying to get 2 runs. They got 6 outs. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mets. And they left on 10. Oh, that was later on Ichiro weekend. Yeah, that is a great story. I saw that you sent that to me and someone else posted it. 2 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Rockies, and they've left on 7. Cook, a lefty. Helton doesn't hit lefties very well. He's 0 for 3. In the right center, Escobar, 1 out. So here's Greg Norton. Greg homered to deep right field earlier in the ball game. I think that was the 6th. 1 for 3. His 3rd of the year, is driven in 9 now, and he's also struck out. Feast or famine day for him as he swung under a changeup. 0-2 count. Swung on and missed. 2 out for Hollingsworth. And Juan Pierre is going to pinch hit. Juan at 333. No homers and 11 RBI. Hits lefties relatively well, but Cook's probably got his number. Dave must have accidentally clicked on the hot tub section again. Yes. There's always room for a pickle, Rick, on the stream. Pitch to Pierre. Juan swings. Ground ball to short. Ordonez has it. All right, so I have a semi-serious question for you, Dave. Let me know when you're ready. So that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th. 4-2 Mets. So Pierre, a 5 and a 3 in center, stays in the ballgame. It'll be Piazza, Zeal, and Ventura here in the 9th for the Mets. Gant, Maine in the pitching spot for the Rockies. Mike is 1 for 4. He hit a homer in the 1st that found the concourse in left field. Popped up. Maine So, Mr. Gardner is a casual baseball fan, and I ask this in all seriousness. I'm not trying to be funny here. What rule changes, Dave, would make you want to watch baseball more? Here's Todd Zeal. Todd is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out and scored. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mets. They've left on 10. 2 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Rockies. They've left on 7. In the center field, Pierre's going to get challenged right away. Makes the catch. 2 out. For Robin Ventura, who homered off of Mike Hampton in the 4th. Ball girls in bikinis. That just makes me want some chocolate chip cookies. I like what they've done so far. Dave says the game needs to be quicker, 2 to 2.5 hours. I would take 2:40 personally and be quite happy with it. I don't think you'll ever get it down to 2. How you doing, Forrest? Pitch to Ventura, and that's catcher interference. Brent made contact, and so another runner is on. 2 out for Shinjo, who they've yet to retire today. He's been hit by a pitch single twice, driven in 2, and walked. Kane's pitch struck high and inside. Ventura was going to steal. They didn't get a good jump. So 1 on, 2 out. Davis deals. There goes Ventura. The throw down to Walker, and Ventura is a dead duck. That'll do it for the Mets. Armando Benitez coming in to slam the door. Bottom of the 9th, 4-2 New York. So Benitez has converted 8 of 11 save opportunities. He's making his 14th appearance. These numbers should make Mets fans kind of cringe. He's 1-0 with those 8 saves, but has an earned run average of 5 1/4. He's 28, throws a splitter at 95. Make the strike zone larger, raise the mound to get 2-hour games. Well, good luck, Forrest. Keep the batter in the darn batter's box. Yep. David Ortiz, my second favorite player of all time, but he did more dances around home plate. How much spit you think were in those gloves after all those years? Benitez pitched against the D-backs last time on the 6th. Got the win, his first of the year. Went 1 inning through 19 pitches and struck out 2. 12 innings overall, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 homers. He's walked 9 while striking out 17. So here's Gant. Ron's 1 for 3. Colorado needs 2 to tie and 3 to win it. Struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 changeup. Strike 3. For Brent Maine, 1 for 2 with a walk. In the right center, Escobar moving over. Last chance saloon for the Rockies will be, we got righty. Dave's brother, Mark Little. Mark looking like he's trying out for a boy band in that picture. 276, a homer, 4 RBI, is hitting 286 with 2 RBI as a pinch hitter. So last chance saloon for the Rockies. Benitez, 54 degrees now. Wind blowing out to right at 5. Trying to slam the door. Nope, ground ball, base hit up the middle, and the game moves on. So Todd Walker now the tying run. He's 1 for 4. He has singled and scored. That run came on the Larry Walker double in the first. Throw to first. Little back. And Benitez walks Todd Walker. And now the winning run is Perez at the plate. So just a little bit of drama here to close out a Wednesday afternoon. 2 on, 2 out in a 4-2 game. The Mets trying to hang on. Perez is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. And if he can reach, Larry Walker is on deck. John says the strike zone is bigger than it's ever been, actually. Batters just take so many pitches. And young pitchers don't know how to get guys out in the strike zone. That's true. If you want to shorten the game, make 2 strikes a strikeout, or make all foul balls like with 2 strikes out like a bunt. I like that idea. I don't think you should get endless pitches. See what the analytics would have to say about that. Anyway, first and second, 2 out. Is this a Coors Field finish? Piazza goes out and tells Benitez, "This pitch, baby, you can do it." Ground ball, right side, base hit. Little will round third, maybe. In scores, so it's 4-3. And so now here comes Larry Walker. He has doubled twice. He now has 10 on the year. Remember, Benitez has blown 3 saves already. Todd Walker, the tying run, is on second. And Perez, with good speed, is the winning run on first. And the piston behind the engine is Larry Walker, and he's at the plate. Benitez takes a deep breath. He delivers. Walks Larry Walker, and now you got to face Todd Helton. Todd is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. There is no place to put anybody. Todd Walker on third is the tying run. Perez with the jet skis on is the winning run. And Larry Walker has pulled out his Adirondack chair and just sitting there by the bag. No one misses football on this channel, Dave. So here we go. Pitch to Helton. Base hit right field. Tie ball game. Shinjo throw will make a play for it. Perez will round third. Here it comes. Piazza with a tag. Got him! And we're going extra. Free baseball here at Coors. But the Rockies get the 2 in the 9th to tie the ball game. And after 9, it's 4-4. Yep. The average length of an MLB game in 68 was 2.5 hours. Don't forget, they're not going to ever change, Bernie, the 2 minutes and 20 seconds between innings for a baseball game. So who are we going with here? It is righty, righty, righty. And because it's Coors Field, it's former Red Sox pitcher John Wasden and his 7.03 ERA. Wasden 2-1 on the replay. Earned an average of 540. He's done at the end of May. He's making his 13th appearance, 2-1 with a 5.40 ERA. 28 years old, extreme fly ball pitcher in this park. Oh boy. Fastball tops out at 90. Got the win 2 nights ago against the Mets in 1 inning, 10 pitches and a strikeout. So overall, 13 1/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned, a homer. He's walked 6 and struck out 11. So Benitez would bat 4th in the inning. So I smell a John Franco sighting in my future. Shinjo has doubled twice, or singled twice, driven in 2, walked a guy hit by a pitch. Wasden. No, we're not going to. Well, let Shinjo hit here. We wave off Timo Perez. Shinjo into left center. Pierre moving over, and they're finally going to get him. 1 out for Escobar, who was 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times. Escobar stays, struck him out. So Austin has 2 out. Full count fastball. Got him looking. And now I'll bring up Ray Ordonez. Ray is 0 for 4. Grounded into a double play. Norton, Pierre, and Gant for the Rockies in the bottom of the inning. And now we'll pinch hit. Timo Perez. Timo does not have a pinch hit. 200 overall, a homer and 4 RBI. John doesn't agree with the 2-strike strikeout. Don't get you wrong. I think the pitch clock will do wonders. As I get a drink. Pitch to Perez. Hit him. There you go. Perez just kind of smiles. Joe McEwing is going to pinch run. But he does it. Of course, isn't going to bat here. McEwing has good speed. Desi Relaford will pinch hit. Desi, as a pinch hitter, does have a homer, 167 and 2 RBI. Overall, 200, 2 homers, and 9 RBI. Two out, bottom of the 10th. 4-4 tie. Any runs the Mets get here are go-ahead runs. Relaford, base hit, left center field. Gant will pick it up. McEwing with good speed. Is he going to try for third? He is. The throw to Norton is not in time. So runners on the corners for Akbayani, who was 2 for 5, a single, a double, and a run scored. 4-4, 2 out here in the top of the 10th. Wasden, deep breath. Akbayani strikes out. And here comes Turk Wendell and a shark tooth necklace. So the Mets cannot score. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 4-4. Let me tell you about Turk Wendell making his 13th appearance. He's 1-0 and gives you some information with his 5.11 ERA. 34 years old, slider at 88. Fly ball pitcher pitched 2 nights ago in their 5-4 loss to the Rockies. Went 1 inning, 17 pitches, 2 hits, a run it was earned and a strikeout. So overall, 12 1/3, 12 hits, 7 runs all earned. A homer, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts. John says, watch Steve Carlton in the 80 World Series. He literally throws the pitch and steps back in the rubber as soon as he gets the ball back. I think that's what minor league pitchers are going to learn. And the batter might place his front foot out of the box to adjust something and then steps back in. It'll take a couple years, but I think it'll be fine. It's not that baseball should be endless, but you don't want so much wasted time. Pedro Baez outings. That's better than C-SPAN or QVC for insomnia. Pitch to Norton, 1 for 4. Fly ball, right field. Shinjo in the corner, 1 out. It was Norton's homer. That made it 4-2, and then Colorado got 2 in the 9th. Here's Pierre. Juan is 0 for 1. Popped up. Left side. Ventura. 2 out for Ron Gant. Ron is 1 for 4. He is singled and struck out. Be Alfonso, Piazza, and Zeal to face Wasden in the 11th. Got him! So Wendell does his job, and after 10, no runs, no hits, no errors, Mets and Rockies at 4. So Alfonso, Piazza, and Zeal to face Wasden. Alfonso is 0 for 4 with a walk. Wasden starts the 11th. That's into left center. Pierre, 1 out. Brings up Piazza, homered in the first. 1 for 5. Line drive, left field, extra bases. That's all the way up in the corner. Mike has 2. The throw to second is going to be closer than I thought, and Piazza's in there. So that's a 6th double. That'll bring up Zeal. You walk him to face Ventura. Yep, I do. So first and second, 1 out. And the Rockies playing for 2. Ventura homered to the upper deck and right. And is walked. He's 1 for 3. Wasden's pitch. And the bases are loaded. So Piazza on third, Zeal on second, Ventura on first. Still 1 out for Shinjo. I don't know who you bring in this situation. They're going to go with Mike Myers. Just because on short rest, just because that spot is due up second in the bottom of the 11th. Myers, 1-1, an earned run average of 438. Is not a fan of the Friday the 13th movies. 32 years old. Standard pitcher, slider at 90. Pitched last night against the Mets in that 16-2 laugher. Went an inning, 27 pitches, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. 12 and a third innings, 9 hits. 7 runs, 6 earned. He's given up 3 homers. He has walked 7 and struck out 7. But he's tired and the bases are loaded, 1 out. A ground ball should get him out of the inning. Shinjo is 2 for 3. 2 RBI and a walk. There's a fly ball to right. That might score Piazza. Walker back there. That's pretty deep, and it's a big part. Piazza tags. They got to try for it anyway. And Piazza is in there. So it's 5-4 Mets. Excuse me, even with a 0% chance, I think you got to do it. Logic says you don't concede that. 2 outs for Escobar, who was 0 for 2. He's walked 3 times and struck out. So main pitcher spot and Todd Walker. See if the Rockies can come back from the well again. Pitch to Alex. Struck him out. So Myers retired both the batters he faced. The Mets get a run on a hit to leave on 2. They've strained at 14. You go to the bottom of the 11th. 5-4 Mets. So main pitcher spot and Walker to face Wendell here in the bottom of the 11th. And the Rockies need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Main is 1 for 3. Base hit left field. Don't go looking for Pickle Ricks just quite yet. And so who can hit a righty? We're down to Terry Shumpert. 083 as a pinch hitter, 194 overall. No homers and 2 RBI. You really can't pinch run from Maine. Piazza and Wendell get together. Turk trying to lock this down. Shumpert base hit up the middle. All the way to the wall in center field. And Maine will hold. So it's first and second, nobody out for Todd Walker. So Maine, can you pinch run? Yeah, you do. It's Ben Petrick, who's also the backup catcher, so you can get away with that. He is the tying run, and Shumpert, with afterburners, is the winning run. Pitch to Walker. Base hit up the middle. Petrick will, what will he do? He's going to hold at third, and there's nobody out. Bases loaded for Nefi Perez. So the Rockies came from 2 down in the 9th to tie it. They are down a run here in the 11th. And everybody's playing in for Perez, who is 1 for 5. And if he should reach, or even if he doesn't, it's Larry Walker and Todd Helton. Wendell. Sweating on a 53-degree night here in Denver. Base hit up the middle. Petrick ties the ball game. Here round comes Shumpert. And they'll hold him. Out comes Wendell. In comes John Franco. In a 5-5 tie in the 11th. So Franco just trying to hold on for dear life. He's 40. Fastball at 87. Ground ball pitcher. He's 2-1 with a 1.93 ERA. He pitched against the Rockies on the 7th. Say it with me now. In a 5-4 loss. Went an inning, 12 pitches, and a strikeout. So 14 innings for John. 11 hits. 3 runs all earned. A homer. He has walked 4 and struck out 15. And they could use a strikeout right about now. The winning run is 90 feet away. And Larry Walker trying to walk this one off in the bottom of the 11th inning. Franco sets, walks home the winning run. Would you believe that? Piazza slams the glove on the ground. The Rockies have won this one 6-5. Larry Walker wins it on a bases-loaded walk. Wow. So the Mets choke away this one. Goodness. Rockies, 6 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors, and leave on 9. The Mets, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and they leave on 14. So Larry Walker's going to get your Digital Dice MVP, walking home the winning run. 4 hours and 12 minutes into the ball game. Mike Myers coming in on very short rest. Wow, what a gem. 2/3 of an inning and a strikeout just to slam the door after the Mets went ahead 5-4 in the 11th. Armando Benitez blows the save, so that's what's going to be on the back page of the Daily News tomorrow. Turk Wendell didn't pitch very well. There wasn't a blessed thing you could do with John Franco. Rick Reed, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned a homer. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Mike Hampton threw a lot of pitches. So the Rockies go to 21-12. And for the moment, have Solo first. Let's play the rest of the day in baseball and call it a day, shall we? Wednesday, May 9th, 2001. Texas 9, Detroit 7. Davis with a win, Malicki with a loss. Rafael Palmeiro, I think, 3 for 5, a 6 of the year, and drives in 2. Turk's got to quit the black liquor. Oh, goodness. We got a whole handful of highlights here. Cleveland beats Kansas City 5-3. Steve Carsey, 2-0. Corey Bailey, 0-1. Wangan, 2 for 3, a 7th of the year. 17 hits for Oakland as they shut out Toronto 10-0. Mark Hudson, Tim Hudson, 3-4. Mahalik, 2-2. Miguel Tejada, 3 for 5, his 8th of the year, and drives in 2. Baltimore beats Tampa 2-1. Sidney Ponson, 1-1. Lopez, 3-3. Richard, 3 for 4 to double. Roger Clemens, a 3-hitter through 7 1/3, strikes out 8. Shuts down the Twins 2-0. He's 3-3. Mays 3-2. Bernie Williams 1 for 2, his 5th in a walk. Seattle beats Boston in 10, 6-5. They pound out 16 hits. Charlton gets the win, Low with a loss. Trot Nixon, 2 for 3, is 9th of the year and drives in 2. St. Louis shuts down Pittsburgh 5-0. Dustin Hermanson goes to 2-2. Bronson Arroyo goes to 1-3. Marrero, 1 for 2, is second, drives in 3. Milwaukee 3, the Cubs 1. Wright 2-1. Kevin Tapani goes to 0-1. Leskanic gets a 7 save. Houston wins another one. They beat Philadelphia 8-6. Powell 4-2. Bruce Chen 1-3. Bobby Abreu for the Phillies, 2 homers, 3 for 5, and drives in 3. Anaheim beat the White Sox 10-2. Valdez is 3-1. Mark Burley, he gone, 4-1. Anderson 3 for 5, is 5th of the year and a double. Larry Walker, we said a 15-game hitting streak now. Did I do the Texas game already? Yeah, Texas had 5 errors, by the way, in their 9-7 win. Cincinnati 2-1 over Arizona. Elmer Dessens 3-0. Ellis 1-3, and Danny Graves picks up his 11th save. Montreal beats San Francisco 6-3. Vasquez 3-1. Levon Hernandez 4-4. Guerrero, Vladdy hits his 9th, 3 for 4 with a double. Atlanta beats San Diego 2-1. Burkett 2-4. Jones 1-5. Tommy Helms 2 for 3 is second, drives in 2. Gary Sheffield, a big night, 2 homers, 5 RBI. Dodgers in 12 outlast Florida 9-8. Adams gets the win. Bones the loss. Tomorrow, noon Eastern, Florida and San Diego. Until then, I'm Ron Zuckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. Have a good day, everybody.